Hello and welcome to my channel Linux World. In today's video we are going to talk about working with physical volumes in the logical volume management series. So let's get started. First command I'm going to run is check my disks and its layout with lsblk, and I see that I have this SDC disks with 5 partitions, about 1 gig each, and we've been working with these. Another command I'm gonna run is fdisk -l on it dev SDC, and then it shows that it's a GPT type disk label, which allows us to create up to 120 some partitions, and we have created 5 of them. Okay, and if I go up, I see that SDC1 is in use, so I'm going to use from SDC2 and onwards. So we're going to, we already discussed in our introduction to LVM and demo about LVM, where we're going to take a step back and look into each component. We're going to start with physical volumes first, since that's what we have to create first. So first thing we'll look at how to in LVM is to define it as a physical volume. So pv create, and we're going to use SDC2 since first one is in use, the third disk, and you can create it like so. So if I do pv scan SDC2, PVS will show me how SDC2 is about 1 gig. Okay, we can also specify the size while creating a PV, like PV create set volume size to, let's say I have 1 gig disks, so I just want to use 512 for instance out of it. GB /dev /SDC3. So we do PVS, and it shows that I have another physical volume defined. If I do lsblk, well, it's not mounted, so lsblk is not going to show you anything, but PVS will show you that you have SDC2 and 3 as LVM2 volumes, physical volumes. Okay, so that's how you create a volume, a physical volume, and you can also specify the size. We're gonna look at some other commands to look at these physical volumes. You can PVS, PV display will give you some more information about them. So the first one is SDA2. SDC2 is our physical volume that we created. It does not have a volume group. The PV size is about 1 gig, and then some other information about it. Okay, so this is the output you see. The SDC3 that we have created, it's about 512 GB in size, no volume group, and some other information about it. Okay, so let's clear the screen out. So that's how there's a couple of commands, you know, PV display, PVS. We can change the size of a existing physical volume. So if I do PVS, let's change the size of SDC2 from 1 gig to 512. So we could do PV resize, set physical volume size to 512 MB, like that, with a capital M /dev/SDC2, and press enter. says requested size. Yeah, it's less than. I want to do that. So I'm going to do this on an physical volume that's not in use. There's not even a volume group associated with it. So I would first make sure I back up my data if I'm doing this on a used one and move the volume group. But this is how you do it. That's yes. Okay. So pretending size. Okay, it gave us some information that it changed some size on the disk, basically the sectors, and it's changed. So let's do PVS, and it seems like it worked. So this, we resized it. Okay, so let's say we want to use the 512 for this purpose, and then use the rest of it for other purposes. You can do it like so. Okay, so let's look at other commands. Let's to change the size, and let's do another displaying commands. We have PVS, PV display. We saw these two commands. There's PV scan as well. Instead of PVS, you can type in PV scan. You get a different output. You get the status down here of how much is in use and how much is there available, stuff like that. But I personally use PVS a lot. So now let's look at how to delete a physical volume. So PV remove. Let's do PVS first, and then PV remove dev SDC3. Let's remove that one. Okay, and PV remove SDC2. So yeah, that's about it with physical volumes. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.